Happy Thursday. This is John McEntyre Show Live. I'm John McEntyre. Today is July 18th, 2024, and we are cranking along on this day on another one of those hot summer days. Been doing a little bit of raining here, but it's not helping any. It's just making it just that much stickier. What one of the meteorologists says is the air you can wear. So, yeah, so that's where we are. And I've got my little bit of whining about the weather out of the way. 'Cause you know that's what I'm going to do. So, you know the routine here. We're going to do some wallet wins, and I'm going to share a story because we're seeing more and more stories. We're just sharing what we're seeing with as we're working with clients. We do answer questions. um, a lot of the questions are coming in. They're sort of like in line with what we're already doing. So we're just basically sharing these stories and answering questions. So if you do have a question, send it over to us. Put the Q in the chat. Put it beside there. Or if you have a wallet win, remember you put wallet win. We'll share that also. We're always looking for those. We're always looking for questions, and we're going to share our stories and share your questions as we receive them. So our first wallet win for today is I paid my car off with side hustle money. So um, that is a good wallet win. I would like to know what side hustle, because people are always wanting to know, what's a good side hustle to start. And so when people do share these, you sharing your side hustle, you made some extra money with it. Let us know what it is. I always say that whatever you have a skill or a talent, never underestimate your talents and skills, because you're probably not using all of them at work anyway. So use some of those core skills as a side hustle, and it doesn't have to become a full-time business unless that's what you want to happen. But it will do things like this: pays off, those debts, pays off that car, pay for that vacation that you want to take yearly. That's what some people use their side hustles for, uh, and some just use them for all out. I want to turn this into my financial freedom vehicle, and so it depends on you. So that's what a side hustle can do for you, and we celebrate that. A successful side hustle is paying off debts and paying off cars and stuff like that. So good. Wallet win number two. Just sold my money pit investment property. Yeah, those that can definitely suck the money and life out of you. You know, real estate investment, even though it is one of the world's greatest um, investments, one of the world's greatest wealth builders out there, it can be one of the world's largest headaches, and it can be one of the world's largest, um, money pits and money thieves. I heard a guy call it, yeah, this real estate is the biggest money thief. Why did you say that? Well, I had this property. Okay, well, you just didn't do it right. You chose the wrong property. That's all. But it can be that if you don't know what you're doing, then it can cost a lot of money and headache and sleepless nights. So yeah, but we celebrate that. Finally sold that money pit investment property. Wallet win number three. Started my new job with full benefits. I like that one. Especially I celebrate those with the younger generation, when they finally, it makes. I'm an adult now. I have my own benefits and I have this. Yeah. Um, when you start having those debts come in your name, now you're at that next level of being an adult. But that is a good one. A new job with full benefits. Uh, a lot of times we see, clients, their kids, age out of being under their benefit package, and so they have to find their own. And then, that is a good wallet win there. All right. So let's get into this actual. Like I said, it's not a question; it's actually a story. We're just sharing what Andrea, she was, working with someone. Basically, it was like this. It's about the benefit package. Um, when you have both the husband and wife, um, or a dual income household, with the benefits package, sometimes it's not so cut and dry. And this story proves it. Basically, the husband, he worked corporate. He was a high income earner in corporate, um, and their kids were on his insurance. The wife, she's a school teacher. Uh, she carried the insurance on herself. So he had insurance and carrying the kids. She school teacher with government benefits package. So working, when we're working with some clients, we always do what is called a protection review. That's part of the process. And basically, that's looking at all areas of insurance. We've talked about that. Some of our very first shows, we talked about insurance being the foundation of your financial, your financial future, and the success of your financial picture rests on the protection that you have. And so that means, your life insurance, health insurance, disability insurance, car insurance, home, umbrella policies, all of that. So a review is done. A review is done of all of those policies to make sure you are fully covered and you don't have any holes anywhere. Because one hole and something happens, your entire financial future, can be, at jeopardy. We've seen that happen more than we would like to see it. So that's one of the first areas we always ask about is, doing a protection review. Well, because we don't want to assume that, you made the best decisions, or someone you've worked with, maybe it worked a few years ago or in the past for you. It may not be working now. And so we never assume anything in finances, and you should never assume that everything is covered. Just make sure you have a review done. Well, in this particular situation, like I say, he was the high income corporate earner. She was a school teacher. He had the kids on his insurance. After doing the review, even though the wife, her income was lower, her benefits package was much better, all the way around. Because people assume if you work for the government, you like getting, like low paid, low, everything is like low, which really isn't the case. That's not reality, because the government, they give great benefits. And they do have high paying jobs. It depends on what particular area of government you're working in. But across the board, their benefits packages are the best. I've heard plenty of times some of the big personal finance names out there. They were like, if you're going to work for someone, work for the government. It was like, I would work for the government and have a side hustle, because I know if I put in the time with the government, my pension and benefits are going to be excellent. And we can, I can definitely testify that I've worked with a lot of government workers and retirees, especially on the real estate side. These pensions, some of them had retired more than once in the government. So these robust pension plans, I'm like, my goodness. And I remember someone even offered me a job in real estate for the government. And I was like this close to taking it, but I was like, nah, I can't move around. I just didn't want to move around so much, because it was going to mean that I would have to, like, every few months I would be moving. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do that, especially have kids and constantly moving. It's almost like the military, which, military is a government job. So I understand the benefits of working for the government. They have a very nice benefits package. And in this particular case, that's what it showed. The husband's benefits, they were good. It wasn't that anything was wrong with him. It was just that he was just paying too much for it. What she was paying, she was getting a better benefits package at a lower cost. He was getting a great benefits package, but at a high cost. And so the switch was made. It was basically, hey, um, let's move the kids over to her insurance. Let her insure the kids and everything. And then, the cost, your cost, you're going to save. I mean, it was a couple of $100s a month just there, with his insurance costs going down, his package only covering himself, taking the kids over and moving over here, it dropped the cost. So they were actually saving money, and we were just getting started with their, looking at everything, their review. Because like I said, that was the first thing we sort of look at is the protection review. So they're very excited to know, hey, we're just getting started. We're already saving money. Right off the get-go, we've made some very good moves here, just that one move. And so they're like extremely excited on what's about to happen now with their financial picture, because I always say with the government benefits package, especially the protection side insurance, they're like what out in the world, a lot of people call something that's like very good or superior. They call it the Cadillac of things. Well, the government, they do have like the Cadillac of benefits packages. And in her case, she was driving the Cadillac of insurance protection. So there you go. They moved from nice car up to a Cadillac in their benefits. Put the kids in in an Escalade. So there we go. Uh, but yeah, having that review, I said that, and it's a said it with a little comedic tone behind it, but I was being very serious. Um, and a lot of people, they don't do the annual reviews. I was talking about what was that? Like the 401k review and all of that a few days ago on the show. That's another area. Doing a review, you want to review every area of your finances, at least annually. Or if you make a change, new child coming to the picture, uh, retirement, divorce, something, accident, disability, um, job loss, that's a trigger for a review, a financial review. And that's what we're doing those constantly, because as we're doing these shows, people are watching and they're letting us know, hey, I need this review, and can we look at this, and everything. And particularly with your benefits package at work, uh, you want to do it before. It's about time anyway. It happens in the fall. Most of the time, it happens in the fall because you have to sign up for your new benefits for the next upcoming year and all of that. So it's almost time, and but you do have some time before that. You do have a few months, so you might be able to save a few dollars even before you get there to sign up for your new package, because it's roughly still 6 months left in the year. So maybe if you look at things, you might save 5 months of expenses, shifting things around. And so if that sounds like something that would interest you, give us a call and we'll look over everything for you. Now, our question of the day before I go ties into that. Have you compared your benefits package with your spouse? If you are a dual income household, have you compared your benefits package with your spouse? Because as you can see, this particular case, one was better than the other. Sometimes you see overlaps, and it's just redundant coverage, and so you're spending money for something that you already have, and so you want to look at for redundancies or who has the better package or whatever, and then make your decisions and your changes from the information that you've gathered. So that is our question for today. Have you compared your benefits package with your spouse? All right. So, like I said, send us your questions, comments, your wealth wallet wins. We always want to share those. Give us the hashtag wallet wins. Send us the questions. Um, if you like the show, like it. If you're on Facebook, like it. If you're on YouTube, give it the thumbs up. If you enjoy this, share it with other people. Let them know. And until tomorrow, we'll see you. We'll talk.